Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. You been observing what we've been talking about so far?
Oh, yeah. I wished I would have been up like hours ago.
Well, you're up now. That's what's important.
Some of your show, I rewinded all the way, right? And then when I caught the Carrie Wolf thing, I was like, hey, wait a minute. I know Carrie Wolf and I worked with her, and she is not a very good person.
Were you joking when you said that she was signed up to be your assistant?
Yeah, no, I wasn't joking.
And she was a shitty.
No. They all put us together. Okay, whoever put us together, and it was probably Thomas. And don't get me wrong, Thomas is a great guy. I love Thomas. All this shit they're talking about Thomas is just shit. And yeah, I think if John idolizes Defango like he says he does, then maybe he is a counter op.
Me? Fengo? I said he's a fat piece of shit. I don't at all think anything of him. Are you serious? Where'd you hear that? I just said I don't think he's. I said I don't think he's evil. That's what I said.
Yeah, he is evil. And people tried to warn me about him before, and I was like, man, Defango is afraid of me.
Cool. I think he's nothing, Burger, man. I think he's a piece of shit. I don't give him that kind of credence. That's all. You know what I mean? I don't disagree with you.
Yeah. He is a nothing burger.
He is treated among some as some kind of.
He's inserted himself into stupid shit that he wasn't part of. I mean, it's obvious. I don't know why people give him the credence time of day.
Look, man, Defango said he's CIA and everything else, right? If you paid attention to what Defango said, like he told YouTube, oh, if I don't get my way, I'm going to commit suicide. Fucking. Are you serious?
I've heard all this. So what if he said
real.
that? Really?
I was there on the live stream. I was there on live stream when he did it. Fucking man. Thomas says, oh no, I'm protecting you, Scott. I'm protecting you. You would protect me from what? These people that I'm not afraid of? You protect me from the black hats and the CIA? Shit. Come and kill me. Come and kill me. You can't kill me.
Well, wait, you're saying that you were put together with Carrie by someone that you're not sure, probably Thomas.
Probably Thomas, yeah.
Okay,
I was recruited to Cicada, just like many other people were.
And okay, so you wound up you were recruited into Cicada, and then you were assigned an assistant.
Basically.
And you were
and Carrie was the worst assistant ever. I mean, I had to fire her. I fired Lestat from being in Cicada. Did you know that?
No, he made it seem like he left voluntarily.
Oh, no. And Cicada is set up in a certain manner that there is really no leader. We're all kind of just, individuals. Everybody wants to blame everything on Thomas, and Thomas is not the one responsible for Q. Thomas didn't take over Cicada. The way things are set up, you just don't have any idea. It's very complicated.
What is the goal? Like, what was you were recruited, and like, what was your,
Yeah, to do what?
yeah. I don't know anything about it.
Well, I was recruited before Cicada into many other different societies, like some dragon societies, believe it or not. It's all part of something that happened to me back when I was 15 years old, 16 years old, and I had a outer body experience where they put this program in me, and throughout the years since, the program, as I see through my eyes, has definitely been unfolding.
And so it was just a matter of you meeting these people and them tapping into it somehow? They knew about it?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. That sounds good. Yeah.
Maybe the way the simplest way to talk about it and convey it to the rest of us is like just to talk about how specifically with All Seeing You, you found yourself in this position one way or another. You're part of this group. All Seeing You is meant to be your assistant, and she ends up being a shitty assistant. And then you see her in these videos with 125,000 views spreading her narrative. Why is she doing this?
Well, let me think about it. When she started out, when I first understood where she was coming from, it was from that whole story about Nathan with the LTV. She was the assistant to LTV. She was the editor, creator of, you know, and don't get me wrong, she does a great job. She's very talented.
Why is she
But-
going around telling everyone that you guys were in a suicide cult? Why did she say that?
Well, I think that's all in her head because, see, she was the one obsessed with Nathan and wanted to be with Nathan, but he was already with that other two girls that were prescribed it or talked about in the video. So there's that, okay? And then she planned to get Nathan off the internet altogether, right? And I remember, because I was part of Nathan's live streams back then, I remember what was going on, and there were all kinds of really nasty things being said about Nathan. And it wasn't me. I mean, I did troll Nathan a little bit. I'm not, my hands aren't clean.
Yeah, we all.
It's all good. It was all in fun because it was originally just supposed to be a LARP, right? And then it turned
playing
in.
along with this more than he makes out. Like, I don't feel that he's as out of it as, I don't know, is it? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I see him and he seems to be pretty on the ball. Like, he'll say things and I'm like, what? You know, like he's, I don't know. I just don't think I think he fucking knows what's going on. He makes out like he's fucking all sorts of shit, but I don't know.
Well,
I think he
okay,
knows
so
what's going on.
him, you've seen, I mean, it's no secret. You can just look at the way things are shaking out. All Seeing You wants to destroy Thomas Schoenberger.
Correct.
Why? What the fuck?
You know, Okay, so when we're talking about her being obsessed with Nathan and wanted to be with Nathan, and then she couldn't, so she destroyed him. It originally before that it was David Seaman. Okay, and then after Nathan it was Frank Bacon. Okay, and then after that she and Trish Renfro, the guy that did the documentary, the whole big Shabil, yeah, they hooked up down in New Orleans, even though he was married, right? And I know he had an open relationship with his woman and all that, but so I spoke with her a lot. In fact, so much that it started to create a problem with my own wife. And she felt like maybe I wanted Carrie Wolf. And I'm like, no, that's not it at all. But the fuckery that was going on behind the scenes was all about trying to screw over Thomas. And it began with Beth and Lestat and DeFango and Gabe and a lot of these motherfuckers that have already been talked about. I'm sorry, I'm getting off the track, but
No, this is not.
You're right. Yeah.
I was more of a therapist to the all-seeing you, and I was like, listen, man, this isn't some kind of love connection thing that we're doing here. We're trying to, everybody has their own agenda. My agenda is kind of like Cicada, securing our privacy, all right? Making sure that we don't have this one government over us that's going to destroy us, which you can see, can't you, that it's happening. But the agenda is bigger. We don't want child trafficking. We don't want human trafficking. We don't want organ trafficking.
Nobody wants that shit. I mean, anyone that says they do.
The monetary system is broken. We are working on the future. And in order to make a future, you have to destroy old concepts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, right? I get that. I totally get the concept. I get the concept. You're right. But to put that into practice is huge, right? It's huge.
Well, Cicada is a worldwide organization, you see, of anonymous motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So we got that.
Yeah, but at this stage, if you try and, like, I'll just say rise, it's just the word I can think of, you're going to be, to government side, you're going to be fighting a government, you're going to lose that. I don't care how many you think you have right now, and I'm not saying that's okay or that you're wrong, but do you know what I'm saying? How do you do this? Like, how do you know what I mean? I'm not what you're saying, I kind of agree, but how do you do this without it just going to shit? You know what I mean?
By touching your heart, and letting you know the real truth, and the love that we as human beings all around the world have for each other, regardless of race or color or religion. We are in this together. We have no place else to go.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
There's no suicide cult. We don't want people to kill each other. We want people to be better.
Yeah. You can see people want the same goals, right? You know what I mean? Like, everyone wants the same end game. I just think there's 1,000 people trying to do it 1,000 different ways. And that, if you don't do it as one, you know what I mean? It doesn't work, does it? Little groups won't achieve a goal what a big group would, if that makes sense.
Well, I know that you were swimming over there in the sewer town pretty hard, and now you've been over here with this camp. And what's the difference?
What's the difference with what? What do
between Sewer Town and where you're at now, here.
I wasn't there to be with these two different groups. I've already explained that people brought me there. I didn't know them. I didn't. Thomas,
But you
Hoax was there. The first time I went there, Hoax was on panel. He was the one I wanted to talk to the first time. And just because I talk to people, so you can't say the things you're saying, right? And then have a go at me about wanting to talk to different people. It doesn't mean anything more than that to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do this sides groups. I'm not into that. I'm not about that. It's not what I am.
Okay.
I like talking to different people. I don't hold that shit. It doesn't mean anything to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because someone's in one channel, why can't I talk? It doesn't mean I have to agree with everything. It doesn't mean I have to disagree. I don't have to fight with everyone. It's tiring, man.
Granted.
The fighting's tired. Everyone's tired. I might not look like a guy that wants peace, but I do. He's my guy. You know what I mean? Like, but it needs something harder to get through to cunts, mate. Going and tapping on the shoulder, going, "Excuse me, can we have a chat?" is not going to fucking work right now. Sorry, it's not. It takes me to be a bit of a douche to get people's attention sometimes, which is what I do. That's what it takes. I don't care because I'm confident in my conversation afterwards. I'm sorry for being a douche at the beginning. I needed to talk with you guys. You know what I mean? There's a difference. I'm not just here to bombard. I'm not about that. Just come through like a fucking steam train and I'll bang, 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 and then fuck off and leave all this mess. I don't want that. That's the last thing on my mind. I just want people to talk again, man, because it's a problem right now. Without that, none of your shit works if we don't talk. None of it works. I do believe love can win, but that's part of it, right? We need to communicate as a whole. Whether you like what someone says or not, you don't need to want to kill them. You know, it's gone too far. You know, like, to kill someone's bloodline because they said something you don't like. It's crazy now. Like, that's too far.
Right. And that goes back to, like, when you or whoever said that you, like, said that Bango was some kind of genius or whatever. I'm like, this same character that you think is a genius said, "I hope somebody murders you one day, Scott Dibbler."
He said it to a few people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has. So I've never said anything like that to anybody because I don't think like that. No, my whole intention is building the future for our grandchildren's grandchildren's grandchildren, okay? And it doesn't involve hate. But see, that is the one thing that ties everything together is this hate. And for me, it's a personal issue when people are hating on Thomas, because I know Thomas, he's a good friend of mine, and I don't like it when people are accusing him of things that he has not done. But the legal system will sort all that stuff out.
Yeah, at some point you have to rely on it a little bit, right? We might not like how it works, and yeah, it fails a lot, but it does win as well. Like, you know, you got cunts like Epstein once. We got them eventually, right? It sucks that it takes forever, and there's a lot of fucking shit that they left behind, but the system only works when everyone does the right part. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a system of shit and it's all an engine and it's all mixed up parts and no one's working together, well, it's going to fail, right? It's just going to fucking collapse. It's not the system. I believe it works when it's got everyone doing the right thing in it.
But
that's a big ask, right?
I don't know if you've been watching America's system, but America's government is broke.
Yeah, but their parts are broke too. That's what I'm saying. None of them are working, right? You've got corruption, you've got this and that. Without all that, they're the parts I'm talking about. If they were doing the right thing, it would function, but it can't without those parts.
Right, yeah, and when you put all the bits and pieces together, because how many governments are corrupt? And
No, probably all.
who really, like the Rothschilds or whatever, behind it? Yeah, come on, I know there are people who are flooding money into this country in America to fund BLM. I always thought it was Bureau of Land Management, but it turned out it was something more nefarious.
Yeah, of course. There's always some group that someone's funding, right? You're right.
Well, and then we got
Chaos, right?
Antifa, a bunch of gay white boys acting black because that's why they dress in black.
Based.
With a mask to be anonymous, right? Until mummy sees them and they fucking get. You're right.
Well, I think a lot of people, like all of us, can kind of like relate to being disenchanted with the system we have in place. Is it fair to say like this is kind of what maybe attracted you to Cicada in the first place? Disenchanted?
No, not at all. It was actually everything is going exactly according to plan. What happened to me when I was back in the 80s, when I had that outer body experience, it was so beautiful. I mean, I'll never forget it. The feeling that I had was just wow. I mean, I've never felt anything on earth like that, but of course I've never done heroin, so maybe that or that crank or whatever they're doing nowadays that's giving everybody the poop disease.
They're on side of it now.
Crocodile?
Oh yeah, crocodile. That came out in Florida actually.
Okay, so but you never did that. You never ate anyone's face.
No, I don't even do the DMT or. Back in the 80s, I did do some mushrooms and LSD, so hey, maybe that could be it. But at the time that this thing happened, I wasn't under any kind of psychedelic or anything like that. I mean, I had smoked a joint, but I've smoked plenty of joints in my life. It wasn't a problem. But this was like, I was taken out of my body and I was lifted higher than you can imagine, faster than you can imagine. And at this time, I was feeling the essence of every living organism on Earth, from pond scum to like gray whales or whatever, man. And it was a disturbing kind of feeling to me, right? And then when we got to the top of this journey, I was in this white room, but I couldn't see a ceiling. I couldn't see walls. I couldn't see a floor. All I could see is this soft white light. And I could feel that there were other beings around me. Okay? But there was no sound, and they put this program in me, okay? And then they put me right back into my body. And I looked over at my friends who were sitting over here on this couch, and their eyes were wide and their mouth was open like, yeah. And I was in shock because nothing like that had ever happened to me ever before in my life.
Do you reckon they experienced the same thing, or did they sort of see you go through something? What do you think they?
I didn't see them. Okay. I didn't feel my body. When they put me back in my body, I looked over and they were both looking at me like, you know, they're like, what happened? I couldn't even explain it. I mean, I was like you know, I mean, but throughout all these years since the 80s, I see what's going on in life, and I say, it's going exactly what they put in me. COVID, I started telling Thomas, I'm like, in December, I said, Thomas, listen, man, this is serious. You got a bigger voice than me. COVID is happening. It's gonna be a big thing. Watch out. And it took until March in order for everything to be shut down. I was like, what the fuck is this shit, man? It was part of the program, and now, like, then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It had to happen this way. It's part of the program.
It was around already because that's why it's called Scene 19. I agree things didn't take place till later, whether or not it was meant to be or not. You know, we've all got opinions about how that went down, but it was already kicking in around at that time.
Yeah. Too bad that Chinese lady who was in the lab, who's working on it, ain't around anymore. That'd clear up a bunch of shit, wouldn't it?
It would. Wish you could just be living it up some way.
But anyway, Terry Wolf is a bad person. Thomas is a good person. These people who want to do all this shit to Thomas, it's not good because, I mean, for one, they're trying to defame him. It just makes him look more popular, actually, I think. Like, wow, how intriguing this man of mystery that we have here, this international man of mystery. I wonder if he was Dos Equis.
What it has done is built a big boogie monster. Yeah.
Boy, he's a boogeyman, isn't he? Ooh, he's so scary. I've ate so many hamburgers with Thomas. I mean, the only thing scary about Thomas is getting your hand between his mouth and his hamburger, okay?
Yeah. And I don't think Defengo's a genius, so you didn't hear me say that.
All right, good, because he's not a genius.
He's no.
Fuck, please.
He worked out how to insert himself into things, and that's about what he got good at. He shows it because every time something gets said about him, he goes into crisis control. You know that when that happens, you know someone needs to be covering up fucking lies. If you got nothing to hide, you don't need to do crisis control every time someone mentions your name, right? He does it every time.
Thomas?
No, Defengo.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, okay, I thought you were talking about Thomas because
No,
you know,
Defengo.
him, John, we're on panel with a person, you know, you've seen how much controversy is created around this one man, Thomas.
That's what I just said. Like, there has been, you can't deny that he's been turned into the boogeyman.
Dude,
It's
we're
ridiculous.
in a unique position, and, you know,
But
him,
that's like
you know,
15 years worth of shit, too, that's done this. It hasn't happened overnight, has it? It's like,
Him and
this
I-
has been building for a long time.
him and I have never talked before. I mean, this is like a surreal like experience. Like, him is in a unique position to where, you know, he's on the inner circle of this stuff, and there's this person, Thomas.
Scott or Thomas, who are you talking about now?
Well, Thomas has all this controversy surrounding him,
Yeah.
and you know,
I don't think John gets it. I
No,
don't think John gets it.
I think it's a good
Okay.
one, mate.
you get what I'm saying. You're in a unique perspective to speak on interactions with this person, and you know, you can talk to Thomas directly, but Thomas is a charmer. You know, he's going to charm you. We're talking to
Well,
someone
yeah,
who's
Thomas.
on the outside
Yeah,
of that.
Thomas is very charismatic.
Yes, he's a charismatic person.
Oh, of course he knows how to be. I mean, that's not. I don't think anyone has said otherwise on that one, right?
Okay, so this is a unique chance for us to separate from Thomas's charisma and not be swayed by that. We can talk to someone who is there, who can speak to us from a person witness perspective. So,
Well, possibly. I've listened to so much of the Thomas's music, I might be hypnotized. Woo!
well, you say that, you laugh, but that's a real thing that people accuse Thomas of hypnotizing. And
Yeah,
and
I know.
from my perspective, full disclosure, I come from a place where before I even knew who Thomas was, I had this inner circle of online people who were freaked out about Thomas. Before I ever knew Thomas, I was freaked out about Thomas. I will admit that. And I saw all the rumors. He hypnotizes people with his music. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
silly.
if you come across the rumors and shit before you even look, I see how that could happen.
Okay, I'm gonna admit this in front of all you guys right now. I feel silly as fuck, but I was freaked out. I'm literally like, at one point I was afraid to click on Thomas's videos, and if I watched them, I would look away from the screen because I'm like, maybe there's stuff embedded in his videos that could.
That's what I'm saying. How
Does that
all
sound
this
crazy?
shit built into this boogeyman. That's right. No, I don't. It doesn't sound crazy. I believe you. That's how you feel, man. There's probably heaps of people too, right? Before they looked, just took on board all the shit, and he does come across. They've made him come across like the fucking boogeyman. And I don't mean they as in anyone in particular. Once you add 20 years of rumors, right? He's
They're
a fucking
laughing
like,
at me.
man of mystery, like you said. He's huge. Like,
They're laughing at me in chat. They're calling me gay.
oh,
Well,
You have to be
gay
there.
gay as in the literal dictionary term happy or homosexual though?
No, they're saying I lie with men because I at one point was freaked out about the Thomas Schoenberger. I went to Sophia Music Channel and I would click on the music and I would want to listen to the music, but I would look away from the screen because who knows what happens if you look at the video.
Well, according to Sewer Town and all those critics of Thomas, he's gay anyway, isn't he? So I mean, gosh, if you were gay, wouldn't you want to look? And I'm not gay. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm not homosexual.
You had to be there. You had to understand this whole genre. You had to understand what was going on at the time. Thomas was built as this larger than life figure. If you watch his videos, like you are susceptible to being hypnotized by Pavana, like Pavana. You know?
Well, he has lost some weight.
Yeah, Thomas is a charismatic / dreamy guy, so who could blame? No. Okay, so I guess what I'm speaking to is like, I think it is more about the myth that people build up around him, and that has a powerful.
that's what I'm fucking saying.
Psychological effect.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. The boogeyman. Woo!
Shit too. Like that's what these grifters are clinging onto, myths and bullshit, and people are believing it. It's fucking with people. I don't understand how because I'm not built that way, but it's affecting lots of people. I'm not just doing Thomas, just other shit too.
Well, how about the CIA? Is CIA boogeyman?
I guess so, right?
Because the CIA is a real thing, man, and they're all over the place. And you could be talking CIA and you
Scott
don't even
Bieber
know
is
it
a
because they won't
fucking
reveal
ass,
themselves, the
fucking
CIA,
white
until it's too late.
douche-canoe. Fucking
If they do
asshole.
it all, that's right.
Dumbass.
Right?
That's the thing with